We've always accounted for all the money and identified people who gave money. But like the park, once Horseman Trooper stepped up, and we shut down any effort to raise money because he said, I'll provide that, and I'll do that, and I'll do this, and so, but the money's out there. We could.
Well, and there's several things that fall under the category of park beautification.
Yeah.
And what Sports and Troopers doing is awesome.
Well,
We can't thank those guys enough.
No.
But this money, and it goes back to like the plaques, if we raise money for a specific purpose, it needs to stay in a specific bucket. And if what you're saying is we need to keep the town's name off of it, to keep it in that special bucket, then it's not, I don't think the town is misappropriating any of those funds at all. I just think that it's getting mucked up with the other. And because we have to go through extra steps, like, and you volunteered, you're gonna get that money back. Those are hours of the day that you're spending working on something that you should be doing something else on.
It just makes
So moving forward, I think that if we raise money, we put it in a specific bucket. And if you have a park beautification fundraiser, you should have a chair and a co-chair of that
That's the way we've always done it.
Set it up in a bank account, and then if the town would like to use some of that money, or if that particular group wants, that you guys are going to come in and say, we would like to contribute to this project. That would be very clean.
Yeah.
But this way just makes it more cumbersome.
And like this.
Yeah.
And we got enough of this.
I'm not,
We just need
I raise the money and then I can't tell anybody where the balance is and what it went for. I mean, I know what it's going for.
I
would say in
I can
the future,
sympathize
it
with
would be confusing because I don't even get checks on that account. I just put it in a savings.
I sympathize with you completely. And you know,
I think that will work.
to have a community member that is willing to go out and raise funds is rare. It's even more rare to have one that does it year over year over year. So the least we can do is come halfway to try to accommodate. You're trying to raise money for the town.
Yeah.
So if we just keep it simple and have buckets for each one, I think that
Sue's got no shame when it comes to raising money. She ask anyone.
I need to do a vote.
Make each other know.
But anyway, does that answer the questions that you had?
Yes, definitely.
No,
Yeah, I won't take any money.
I can't stand rejection.
Does she raid your wallet at night, John?
Pardon me?
Does she raid your wallet at night?
I don't know.
Okay, we all clear on that?
We're all clear on
I'll give
that.
them allowance.
Couldn't
So
get
then-
that
Did you
signed
have
without
anything,
us.
sir?
Nothing.
Okay.
Mr. Harvey,
Okay.
what's your name?
Well, I actually did have, but I don't think this is the time or place, but I had one idea about the, the conflict with the getting access to the town.
Yeah,
I
we're
figured.
gonna get into that.
Huh?
We're gonna get into that.
Oh, well, I mean, I figured out what might be a solution,
Okay.
but, see, I was thinking if they build a floor to wall, a floor to ceiling wall and have a door with lock on both sides and separate that part from the rest of the place, it seems like that would be the end of people gaining access to the clerk treasurer's office when she's not here.
Yeah.
Well, and as with anybody coming in and voicing their opinion, thank you. We need all of the good ideas we can get. But seeing how you have brought that up, I wanted to address that issue, if I may.
I might say that Mark was on the call with State Board of Accounts, and he has the information on that, so if you'll
I had a long conversation with Mr. Charlie Pride. Was it earlier? It was latter part of last week. Friday of last week. And there were a series of questions that I asked. It wasn't by golly conversation. It was a series of questions that we asked, and we got resolution to the questions that we asked. Namely, if the clerk treasurer has been appropriated locking file cabinets, and you have a passcode, pass lock for your computer, we have satisfied the requirements of a working space, which is in the Indiana code that you quoted. We also wanted to make sure that Charlie sent us a written document clarifying that, and he was supposed to have done that.
I requested it, but I didn't give him much time.
The bottom line with the whole situation is this, is the town is in compliance with the state code, merely providing you with the locking cabinets. So, taking that a step further, we understand that this is a unique setup, open. It's not unlike many towns in southern Indiana. And this is coming from the state. There are many towns that are set up exactly like this one. When this topic came up, I believe what the catalyst of this whole conversation has been is the topic when we started talking about putting security systems in our town hall for the purpose of Homeland Security. And at that point, all of the conversation about needing walls and you can't do this and you can't do that came about. So I think that was what the root cause to all of this was, because we haven't been communicated with on that. But the fact of the matter is the state's telling us that the final decision to put security cameras up, the location of where your workspace is at, is ours. That's our decision. Locking of the doors, we can't do that. So at the conclusion of this meeting, we'd like to have a key to the door. We're probably going to change the locks again. We're going to have keys made that cannot be copied. And then we're going to start discussing, this is a special meeting. We have not made any motions. We have not voted. But we are going to have open discussions at our next board meeting about the security system in which we've been researching. We wanted to find a security system that would not only provide us with the security of the doors, any open access from the outside, but we also wanted to find a security system that would adequately film our board meetings. Our goal, my goal, is to eventually, sorry Ben, but I want to put our meetings on our own website. I think the public should have access to our meetings. It's a public meeting. So in addition to the security system, yeah, they do. But if they go online and they want to see a video, I want them to see our video. You know?
The official video.
And that isn't a pride thing. That's just more of, and there's nothing wrong with the ones that we're getting from Ben. But the fact of the matter is if we're going to do something like put a security system in, it's never been implied that it was to watch you. Ever. We never once implied that we had any question about the integrity of your work or what you're doing. Ever. All we have ever said is we want to monitor who's coming in and out the door. You yourself have had complaints about Ben,